What's up, guys? Welcome everyone to the Sunday STOCKcast. I need to turn down this music before I get copywritten right away. Don't need to get copywritten when I'm so close to being monetized. That would really freaking suck. But welcome everyone. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Anyone do anything exciting for the weekend? It's kind of cool to come in and see all you guys here. Man, I'm just feel really humble and grateful that you guys are here. There's been times where there was times back in the past where I did this and no one was listening or nothing, and it was just like, uh, okay, I don't even understand why I do this. Truly from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your weekend away from your families, whatever you're doing. You guys could have been anywhere else, drinking a beer, having a barbecue, whatever you're into, and you guys are here studying for the Stockcast. Welcome, guys. A couple of things before we get started. I like to do like some announcement things before we jump into stuff. Um, I'm working on the mentorship program. All that stuff should be rolled out tonight. It'll be on the website late tonight, and then available in the morning. I believe that this is going to be the first mentorship program of its kind. I'm really excited to be able to see how this actually pans out. This is going to be like a trial run. So the very first one that I do is going to be like a trial run. Um, I'm only going to take 5 people. So there's only going to be 5 people that are allowed in the mentorship, and I may take a sixth one just like as a scholarship type thing. Um, someone that maybe can't afford it, or that it's really trying, things like that. So if you want to send me your stories on why you deserve a scholarship for the mentorship program, I'm still going to hold you to the same standards, hold you still to the same accountability, things like that. But for you to have the access to it, then we're going to do that. So just to let you know a little bit about like what I plan to do with it. um, this isn't going to be like a mentorship where it's like, okay, we're just talking stocks and patterns and things like that. I think you guys know that. I think you guys know all the, most of you guys know the patterns, uh, the basic things, right? You could Google or YouTube and, things like that, right? So a lot of this is accountability, and for me to help you overall in your lifestyle to be successful in your trading, because 80%, even more than that in trading, is the discipline and the quality of life that you lead in order to be able to lead you trade well. So I hope you guys could hear me. Can you guys hear me? I can't see the chat for some reason. I don't know why I can't see the chat, guys. Can you guys write in the chat? If someone from my room could hear me, can you write in the Discord for me? Anyone? Let me see here. No, yes, maybe so. Okay, cool. Thank you, Aces. About the mentorship program. So the way it's going to work is it's going to be more than just trading, and it's almost I don't really want to call it a boot camp, but it's going to be really intensive for you to be successful. The first requirement is that you will either have to have a membership to whether free or paid to like TraderSync or TraderView, some type of journaling software, in order for me to keep up to date with it every day. by 10 p.m. I'll need 10 p.m. Eastern time. You'll have to send me your journal for the day and your trades uploaded for the day. So then I could actually go through them and see what's going on with your trading and keep up to date with you. Every day you'll be required to read 10 pages of a trading book. So don't care what trading book, and you'll have to be able to show me and tell me what you read about that day. And then you also have to show some type of proof, something that you did to help further your discipline in your day-to-day life, whether it's going to the gym, you did some house chores that you've been putting off, things like that. You have to be able to show me those things. So those are the three top things in my mentorship program that you're going to be held accountable to, for you to try to further your discipline and for you to further yourself in the training. In return, I'm going to go ahead and give you my undivided attention to you whenever you do need me. If you're not already a member, you will be a member as long as the membership is included in what you pay. There'll be a mentorship only access channel in the chat room, and only the people that are in the membership will be able to access that channel. And then you'll also be able to get access to new strategies and things like that. If you guys want to test them for me, indicators, things like that, you'll get first dibs on getting those besides all the other members in the room. Okay. And then we're going to meet twice a week, once in the middle of the week, and then also once on the weekend. And we're going to so we could have that checkup on where you're at in the middle of the week and where you are going at the beginning of the week and how you ended the week. So then we could go ahead and pivot from those points for you to be successful. So if that's something that you're interested in, that will be up tonight. And the pricing is going to be $350 a month. So talk to a couple different people, and I think that's fair. So as much attention and time that I'm going to be putting into you, I think it's definitely fair. But please don't be disrespectful of my time. Don't disrespect yourself if you're not willing to work and actually keep up with it. There will be a waiver that you have to sign for everything, because if you just quit on it and then you go and you just take all the money back or whatever, and then I'm just fucked on my time. So there will be a waiver that keeps you and me accountable to each other, and we'll go from there. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about today. Then the merch, guys. Supposedly the shirts are done, and then they're printing the hats. So the hats had to be ordered, and then they wanted to send them all to me in one shipment. And so I'm just waiting on them, guys. I'm just waiting on them, and then they'll be uploaded shortly. I really hate that I can't, I don't know if no one's not said anything in the chat, but it says that I can't. I don't know if anyone's not writing in the chat or what, but awesome. Then so we're going to do a quick sale. I told you guys we would never do the $174, $174.99 annual membership anymore. But I do want to try something. So we're going to do 24 hours at $225. So if you guys want to sign up and you guys have been meaning to sign up, and you're just kind of waiting for a deal. So if you go to the website, it's already active right now. It'll be active until midnight tomorrow night. You just put in $225 annual for the annual membership, and you'll be able to go ahead and join on that discount with us if you guys have been waiting for that. So there's a limited amount, so there's only a couple of them that I did at that amount. This is more of a test for me more than anything. So you, as part of my test, you'll get to benefit. So other than that, so what I want to talk about today, kind of guys, is risk management and just kind of confidence within yourself. We talked about a little bit of risk management the other day as far as in trading and, where to put your stop losses and things like that. And we could talk about that all day, right? So the example I used the other day was the SPY. And so full disclaimer, I understand, the way that a lot of people talk about risking a certain percent of your account as far as your risk management in the trade. I understand that. So that's a little bit different than what we're talking about. So that has to also fall in line with your trade thesis and the thesis that you're actually making whenever you're making a trade, if that makes sense. So here's the SPY from Thursday, and I actually traded this. I got chopped up, and we made a joke on Twitter. Um, we made a joke on Twitter that every time the SPY crosses 320, we're gonna take a drink, and and this was just ugly. Right here around this level, guys, this 319.33 or so, there was actually a pivot line. It's not gonna be there anymore, because it's already on the next day. Maybe if I go like this. Um, There it is. So there's the pivot line right there. So that was holding all day long there, right? So what we're talking about as far as on risk management, right, is this uh, is whenever you have a trade thesis, right? So I know the way that you need to trade is you need to form a plan for you to take a trade, right? So, and it could be on the fly, while you're watching the ticker move and you're starting to notice a pattern or some confluence of indicators and things like that coming in for you to take a trade. So you need to have an entry, exit, and then a stop out point, right? And then you also bonus points if you have already points that you could add in there on where you're going to add if it gets those points, like on a pullback or what have you. So with that being said, all day on pretty much on Thursday here on the SPY. So this would have been where you could have made a thesis after it held right here, that if this pivot point holds, you could make that trade, right? So if you make this trade, this will be your support where all those buyers are stepping in to go ahead and prop the price up. And so your entry would be just above here on the pivot point, and the risking just right below the pivot point. So the thing is that you have to put your stop losses, and so this goes along with what a lot of people were talking about their stop losses with like how to put them. So a lot of people were just like putting their entering trades and then putting like, okay, like I'm gonna get out whenever like I lose 1 or 2, 3% of my account, and then it wasn't even past the actual support zone or what have you. So that doesn't make sense. You're gonna you can't see my screen on YouTube. Dude, this is fucking BS, dude. Oh, you can't. I'm not sharing my screen, you mean? Dude, this is a bad habit, bro. Bad habit. Sorry, guys. My bad. So, thank you, Aces. Aces told me in the chat for it. Um, and Carolyn as well. Carolyn. Yeah. So whenever like I go live on YouTube, it turns off the notification sounds on Discord. So appreciate everyone that was telling me. Now I see everyone was telling me. So this is the SPY here that we're talking about on Thursday. This is the pivot point that we had, and then so this is on a 5-minute chart just to make things a little bit easier to see. If I were to put a 1 minute, it would be just ugly. So you could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times that it held the support here, and then what people were talking about is that they were taking entries, or they didn't actually take the entries. What they're saying is that if you take an entry here, they're risking 1 to 3% of their account, and then they're getting out before it even touches the actual support. So that doesn't make sense. You have to let the price action actually work itself to where that actual demand area is. So if you miss this, right, and it's more than 1 to 3%, and you're up here, trying to take a trade up in this area, and then you're risking more than 1 to 3% of your account down here to the support, that's a different story. So, dude, I got like notifications also as well on Twitter. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys got me back. I don't know why I can't see the chat here on YouTube, guys. But so if you're risking, so your entry has to be down further below here towards the actual support in order for you to risk that 1 to 3% and for it to be relevant with the actual support level, right? So then your stop loss is going to be right underneath the support level where your trade thesis doesn't necessarily make sense. So your trade thesis in this point would be something like, okay, so it held already 3 times here on the pivot line. When this bounces up, and if it does come back again, I'm going to get in on the bounce, and then on the bounce, I'm going to go ahead and enter, risking just right below, because I know that if it goes under here, that my trade thesis is no longer valid, and it's gonna it may reverse and continue further down because it's not validating this as support anymore. And then you could see where it came. I have this 319-ish line as a resistance line. So this is your area of interest, and so that would be where your first profit target would be. You'd say, okay, I'm getting in here on the bounce, profit target or what have you, and then you could have just worked this for, what is this, like $1 each time. So to put that in perspective, what I'm talking about risk management and your stop losses, you have to price your stop loss in an area where your trade thesis is proven invalid. So just like I know you guys all did science projects in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, right? So you'd go, oh, okay, my hypothesis is that Tide laundry soap works better than Gain or whatever, right? So and then you go and do your test, right? So your test would be your entry. And then whenever it's proven wrong and it doesn't actually show that, you have to exit your trade. That's your risk management for you to go ahead and get out. I hope that makes sense and that analogy made sense. I appreciate all the likes too, guys. If you guys could leave me some love, likes, all that, I appreciate it. Helps out a lot. I'm like so excited, guys, that like this is a big milestone for all of us in general, New Age Wall Street. So I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is absolutely nuts. So for us as a whole, as a community, not just me, for all of us, we're all growing exponentially. So I appreciate it. But the biggest thing I want to tell you here, as far as the risk management, is that you have to place your stop loss in a place where it proves your thesis is invalid. If your thesis is it's going to bounce and it doesn't bounce, it comes below it, then you got to get out of the trade. You have your stop loss sitting right below where it's actually relevant. So you have to have a relevant stop loss. You can't be up here entering and then you lose 3%, but you still have all this down here to the support and you're exiting early before it actually gets to the support. It doesn't work that way. You can't do that. So you have to have it in a place where you have a relevant support or resistance or a thesis for the actual price action for it to hold in that area and for it to continue in your favorable direction that you're betting that it's going to go. Cool. That's one example. I don't have like some other tickers. This week was kind of rough, guys. So this is something I also want to talk about here real quick before we get into tickers and stuff. And I don't know how we're going to get into tickers if you guys can't call them out. It's nuts. Yeah, thank you, Clay. So if you guys have me on Twitter, if you guys DM me the tickers you want me to do, I'll go through them from Twitter if you guys want to do it like that. If you guys aren't already following me on Twitter, my thing is New Age Wall Street, just ST for the street. So at New Age Wall Street, just ST. And then we'll go, if you want to send me a ticker that you want to analyze for right now, so you could start doing that, and I'll keep my phone right here because the YouTube chat isn't working for some reason. I don't know if maybe it's just a YouTube thing or what, but all right. So the other thing is that this this was a really tough week this week because if I go ahead and I zoom out here, you could see that on the week here, we pretty much just went sideways. So this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So Monday, actually, we had a pretty nice day. This was actually really freaking nice. And I missed it. I actually had a migraine. I don't know if you guys remember. Oh, cool. You guys could actually see the chat, and I'm the only one that I can't see the chat. Cool, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Thank you, bro. I see your messages here on YouTube, on Twitter, bro. Can you put the STOCKcast on your phone and see the chat that way? There you go, Aces. That's using your head for more than a hat rack. Let me see, dude. I can't see the chat though on YouTube. One second, guys. I appreciate your patience. There we go. Now I could see all your guys' stuff. Now I could see. I got you guys on here, so I just have to mute myself so we could go over it. Cool. Thank you guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, now I can see your guys' stuff. I'll put my phone right there. So, all right, cool. So, so if you guys remember, last Sunday I actually wasn't feeling too well. I had a migraine. It got even worse on Monday, and I missed this huge ass move. You guys could see that, it touched my resistance here perfect, and then it faded off that day. And then the next day, this kind of just grinded up, but it was still a slow day. And then we just kind of got sideways action since then. It wasn't There wasn't necessarily too much volume in the actual overall market. Um, so kind of rough. So like me personally, I need a trend in order for me to trade. I need some momentum and trade, especially with options, right? So you guys are playing against the time decay, the theta. We need that in order for us to be successful. And so if we're overstaying trades and we don't have any trade direction, it's just chopping around. I mean, the way that we were just talking about this on the SPY, where this is just going sideways for most of the day, right? It was rough. So I noticed it here also in my room, where there's usually people are happy posting up their P&Ls, but there's a little bit more losses than P&L wins. Small caps were pretty nice. I see a lot of people did well in small caps. I personally missed the small cap moves. But I want to talk about this a little bit because I know a lot of people are frustrated, especially if you're trading options on these big caps and stuff. So I was thinking about this actually. I had my son this weekend, and this is the first weekend I had him overnight. I appreciate all the love you guys who left likes and stuff on my post on Twitter. But this is something that I was thinking of when I just dropped him off. Is that a lot of people are playing defense all the time. So especially with if you have a small account, you're just playing defense all the time, and you can't play offense if you're always playing defense. And what I mean by that is that, and I know that it's really hard for you to just in general, for you to detach yourself from this is money that you're playing with, and that it's a lot. Everyone's trying to make it and do this, right? So but that's the thing that I've actually done for myself, and the reason why I personally believe that I'm successful at it is that I've detached myself from the money of it and what have you. And the reason I've done that, right, and the not reason, but how I've done that is by not necessarily the overconfidence in my trading, but just over my confidence in myself as a person. And I know everything that I've actually been through in my life, and everyone has a story, right? So everyone's been kicked down in their own way, right? So this isn't no flex on who had the worst life and who whatever, but everyone's been kicked down, right? And the thing is that you have 100% success rate and you getting out of those horrible situations, right? So in trading, the thing is a lot of people forget that to have the confidence in themselves. You may not be the best trader, right? So once you accept you're never going to be the best trader. I'll tell you that point blank. But if you have the confidence in yourself that no matter what happens, you're going to be all right, then that's when things start to go ahead and click. So things just you just don't care where, and me personally, it's a little bit different because I had the whole suicidal stuff and everything at one point, and I just, even till this day, I'm not suicidal right now or what have you, but I just don't have a regard for my life. I just don't care. You know what I mean? As long as my son's taken care of, I'm fine. I'm cool. So I don't really, I kind of disassociate myself with everything. So I know that for a fact, if I were to lose my whole trading account, right? Say something horrible happened, the banks, all went crazy, and I didn't have my trading account, and I didn't have anything, and I had to do it all over again. I've done it already once, and I'm sure that you guys have pulled yourself out of horrible situations already once, twice, three, however many times, right? So there has to be a point where you may not know everything about trading and everything there has to be done about trading, but you have to have that confidence in yourself. So what if you blow up your account? So what? Everyone, and this is where that whole defense, you're playing defense and you can't play offense. So everyone's trying not to lose their account instead of actually trying to build their account, if that makes sense. So, and what I mean by that is that, like, if you're playing scared, right? So if you're playing scared and you're trying to preserve that account, then that's all you're going to do is try to bleed out that account very slowly, because you're playing defense and you're not actually having a way to put any type of offense out there, if that makes sense. So um, you have to lay it out there at one point or another. And the thing is you may and you probably will blow up an account. But the thing is that for you to fund another account, $1,000, $2,000, dude, it's easy to make an extra $1,000, $2,000, guys. There's so many creative ways that you could come up with to make that extra money. You could drive Uber, you got to do Uber Eats, in your spare time. I know guys got families and stuff like that, babysitting. Um, you know, there's ways to make money if you want to. And the thing is that um, everyone makes an excuse on why they can't do it, and it doesn't have one reason on what they could hang off of in order for you to do it well. So as soon as you get to a point where it's like, I don't care like about the money that's in my account, and it's only money, um, you won't be successful. You gotta let go of the attachment on it and stop playing defense, and actually put some offense in there. Um, and that's what's hard, is that whenever, and this goes along with the whole risk management of what we're talking about. This is the risk management of your trading style and your trading overall, right? And I hope this is coming off and making sense, because I'm just trying to put it out there the way that it made sense for me, the way I was thinking about it. So you have to say at one point where it's like, dude, I'm just gonna lay it all out there, and whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? You can't just, there's a few people I know that they have uh, no. So I did click on live chat, dude. There's an error message there. It says unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. So it's my side that's not working for some reason. Um, so then, so so the thing is that I know in the back of my head, no matter what happens, right? And I know this is a little bit different because I live alone. You guys might have, family, things like that. But once you disassociate yourself, that no matter what happens, you're going to be okay, and you have that confidence in yourself. You may not have the confidence in your trading, right? So in your whole trading, that confidence will come in your trading once we get that consistency. But if you have the confidence in yourself overall, as a human, as a man, as a woman, that even if you blow up your account, you could try again. You could try again, and the market will always be here. You don't have to make the money within a week. You don't have to make it within a month, not even a year. So like you could, do small amounts. The guys in my room have been watching me try to do this Webull account, and I'm taking one contract for $30 a day until I could get 2,500 in there, and then I could start swinging a little bit bigger on there. But I'm not going to put any type of unnecessary risk that I don't have to on there, and then just take what I can out of it, right? So I'm gonna play my offense with that small account, take my hits, and I'm not gonna sit there and try to not lose money. I'm trying to make money. And everyone's trying not to lose money instead of trying to make money, if that makes sense. And I hope this makes sense to everyone. I don't know if it does, but my point in all this and what I'm trying to say is that a lot of you guys are trying to manage your whole trading account and your risk as a whole on your whole account um, a little bit too like micromanaged. If you were to loosen it up and then just use and have that, I want you to have that confidence in yourself as a person, as a person and realize that everything that you've been through in your life, you've gotten through to get you to this point. And even if you do mess up, you make a mistake, you blow up your account, you do whatever, there's going to be other opportunities. There's going to be other opportunities for you to for you to rebuild and do this account. I'll tell you that, you know, last year when my account got stolen, like I felt like that's all I had was a trading account. But I, you know, eventually I had, you know, mentors and friends that said I'm bigger than, you know, what is actually in my trading account, and that's what I had to build off of. So once you get over that part of you know, trying not to lose, there's a difference between trying not to lose and trying to win. And so I need you guys to be confident in yourselves as in your own person, that you are badasses and that you are awesome in your own type of way, that you're always gonna be successful. So it may take a little bit longer, it may take, you know, some other strategies or what have you, but no matter what, you as a person, you've gotten through 100% of the things that you've been through so far. And I know that some stories are, you know, much harder than others, but it's you're gonna be successful. I need you guys to start swinging, right? So I need you guys to start swinging instead of trying to take foul balls, if that makes sense. All right, let's get into some tickers and stuff, guys. I hope that came off well. Let me take all these pivot points off real quick. All right, so right here, these are the futures. So the ES, so we're kind of flat. This kind of sucks. So yeah, I was hoping that, yeah, we could go over the red dots on the TTM. Give me a moment, all right? Yeah, thank you, Aces. So right here, guys, I was hoping to see, you know, a pretty nice gap up or down on the market. I checked it right away, like at 4 o'clock when I dropped off my son, and there's not much going on here. So there's, I've been, you know, talking to the room about this, and we're kind of, and this obviously this is the same pattern, right? The SPY and ES here. Let me go a little bit further out, so you could kind of see. Actually, let me go a little bit closer in now. So we got this point right here, and let me see, where we're making this ascending triangle like this, right? And then we have the top. So 1, 2, 3, top right there, and this is your higher lows, right? So this is what we're looking at as well, is that you'll have so you have your bottom going up like that, right? And then you have your top that's going to look something like this. All right, so everything leads so far in order for this to actually go upwards. So for this to go upwards and break out, but the thing is that we have a shitload of volume here, guys, in this volume profile area. So if I were to come, and you guys know I like, you know, looking at the volume profile on this bigger macro outlook. Right, so we have all this volume that's being done here in this area, right? So we got to get above this. So above this here, this 322. So from 322 to 324 ish, it's going to be a little bit easier. And then we have a gap. So if we actually come out a little bit here, we have a gap right here. Do you see this gap in this area right here? Let me actually take that off. Sorry, I didn't know I was gonna have to be Picasso today. So right there. So we have a gap in the from this day when everything started taking that downturn back in February and March, and then we opened up the next day pretty far down. So if we could go ahead and get above this high volume profile node, and we get above this here, we have a gap where it's going to go up to this like 329, 330 pretty freaking quickly. So it's 325, then 330 if we continue going further up. So that is what I'm looking at here personally on the on the actual market. If not, I really hope we get some volume and some direction here this week. So yeah, no problem, Rick. Awesome. I know you guys are feeling down. I know you guys are hard on yourself. You guys are feeling down this week. I personally, I'm down. I'm red on the week, guys. Um, so me personally, like everyone in the room saw me, taking my licks as well, and I was really transparent about it. Someone watched me do a Netflix trade, and as soon as I hit the button, you could hear the click. I said I fucked up. Like I FOMO'd into the trade, and I mean I said it right in front of everyone on my live stream. And like I said, I'm human. I just want to be transparent with everyone as well. And I make mistakes. And there was times where I was up this week, and then I felt like I wanted to make more, and I overtraded. And so I feel the same way, guys. So I'm gonna come in. That's in the past. I'm not gonna try to play defense. Just gonna sit here and wait for my pitch, and I'm gonna try to go full on 1996 McGuire on that bitch and hit it out the park. You know what I mean? So, but we got to be patient to actually swing. We can't be hoping for foul balls, and then we just wind up taking bleeding out our accounts, if that makes sense. So I'm right there with you guys. I'm down probably a good 8,000 on the week. So luckily, we had about like 2 or 3 weeks where the market was actually running really nice, and I made like 90. So I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I'm good, and I feel like I'm managing my risk really well. But I feel like I'm not a Cardinals fan, but you know what I mean. Um, yeah. So I'm right there with you guys. I know it was a rough week, but I need you guys to actually, believe in yourself as a person. You may not have that confidence as a trader as yet, but no matter what happens, dude, no matter what happens, you could come back. You could come back and you could learn. You could take another account. You could do. You don't have to. You do it with this account. You don't have to do it in a week. You don't have to do it in a month. You do it at your own pace, guys. But you have to play offense. You can't just be playing defense. And I hope that hits everyone the way that I envisioned it in the car ride back to the house today. But back here to the tickers, you guys, we have this gap, and we want some volatility for this to keep on going. Okay. But right now, I mean, we're looking at the ES right now, and it's relatively flat. You guys have been with me on these stockcasts every Sunday, and you guys have seen where we have pretty nice gap ups and downs, and we're kind of getting some nice moves. And you can even see the volume is kind of slow right now. A lot of people asked. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 days, which was kind of crazy in my room, where people were asking what happens if Trump doesn't get reelected, or what happens when this volatility goes away. And this is it. So this is exactly what it's it, where we don't have Tesla on 100% run or 50% run, or whatever it is, crazy ass run. We have little 2% days and things like that, which is absolutely hard, and it's rough to make your money like that, and you got to be a lot more patient. So this is a perfect example, and I hope you guys are keeping your trading journal in order for you to keep track of everything that you did well during this time period when the market was resting, and everything that you made as mistakes. So whenever it comes back around, you could be there. So I personally feel really good. That I noticed it right away when there were still a few mistakes in there, but I feel really good that I noticed that the sentiment in the market kind of changed, where there's lower volume and lower volatility. So I pulled way back, and I feel really good about it. I would have taken huge losses. So huge losses normally, and overstayed things, and let that time decay just get me. But I feel like I did pretty well this week. So cool. Couple things I do want to talk about. You guys, Netflix here reported earnings on what was it, Thursday? So Thursday, there was a bunch of flow on it for like, and granted, you don't know which way the flow is going, if it's like a hedge or what have you, but the flow was actually pretty bullish. I mean, there were calls. So the thing is that for earnings, guys, you can't play into earnings. So if you want to play the day of, great, get in, make your money. I actually think I took this took this trade to the downside. Yeah, so I actually did take this trade to the downside on this earnings day. Whenever this came down and it popped back up and it couldn't keep on going, I actually got this on the fade right here, just for this little trade. But for you guys that are newer and haven't played in earnings season as of yet, please don't hold through the actual earnings. You will get, even if you're correct on your direction that you made your bet on, the IV, especially. So if you're playing options, this is what I'm talking about. The IV crush will just, it doesn't even make sense for you to actually take the trade. And the thing that sucks is usually I like to wait till after earnings to be able to make a play. And so then we could get some type of mean reversion. But we got most of the mean reversion in after hours and then pre-market. So it bounced, like about 50%. And then just went sideways. So we lost kind of that volatility due to the after hours and then pre-market. And then the market just being slow, it didn't continue to keep on going up. We just went sideways. So, but something I do want to say, like now with the earnings, we have earnings this week for Apple, I believe reports. Amazon and Tesla are the three big ones that I'm looking for this week. Banks reported like it was mostly banks this last week that reported. And yeah, everyone learns that the hard fucking way, dude. Everyone learns IV crush the hard fucking way. You know how I learned it? The hard way. So I actually learned it on Tesla where I was right. Yeah, always pay yourself as well. So on Tesla back in earnings back in the fall of 2019, so like Q2 or Q3 earnings, I made a bet that I was going to get to 700 from 500, and I was absolutely right, almost to like the dollar or so. But by the time it got there, it didn't even make sense. I made maybe $500 or something like that when it was stupid. So please, guys, if you guys are playing options, don't hold through the earnings. You could always play the volatility after. There's some very big, well-respected traders that have the same theory and the same practice that I do, which I just got confirmed the other day, which is absolutely awesome. Play the volatility after the actual earnings and just watch this, dude. I'd hate for someone to blow up an account they've been building for weeks, months, or years, and this is an account ender when everyone was expecting this to go up. So, and they did pretty well. The thing was they did pretty well on their revenue. It's just their EPS was down and their subscribers went down, and some other their guidance for Q3 was not that good. So, like I said, it was but I mean, this was definitely a huge overreaction here to the downside. So, so next in 2 weeks or next week? Okay, cool. For Amazon, thank you, Taylor. Yeah, you can't lose money taking profits, guys. Then that goes to the other point that Josh is saying as well, is that you gotta pay yourself altogether. So pay yourself for the trade and also pay yourself from your account. So make sure you guys, even if you guys are building your account, take out $50 and go eat a steak or something, you know what I mean? Go take out $100 and buy some more equipment, for your trading desk, a monitor, a nice mouse or keyboard and stuff like that. Those little things that you're rewarding yourself is going to build that stimulus in your brain for you to keep on doing well. And then if something were to happen, then at least you have those things that helped you out, or you paid yourself. Even if you want to save the money, you don't have to actually spend it, just save the money. But the money that's not in your trading account is actually yours. The money's not actually yours until it's out of your trading account, guys. I don't care what you say. If you have it in your trading account, you're going to trade it and you're going to lose it. So, yeah, so Netflix here, guys, we had this kind of compression all day on Friday. I want to see this come up to 500 and see how it reacts again at this 500 and see what we could do then at that point. And hopefully the market pontes los pilas there, and we go from there. So then also so we are talking about Tesla, right? And this is we're trying to talk about theories and stuff on why Elon would do what he's doing, but you guys know that this 1500 is is definitely the magnet right now where they're trying to keep it up. As far as right now, this 1450 area, is buy on dips, right? So if you could buy on these dips to 1450 and it keeps above, then go ahead and do that. I think earnings. What actual date is earnings for? Uh, Tesla. I'd seen it earlier and I forgot. Thursday, yeah. Okay, that's what I thought was Thursday. Okay, and I actually like that. So just as so this is a little nugget for you guys. I actually like when the earnings are on Thursday. So then you get the IV crush Thursday, and then we get we get cheap premiums on Fridays and the volatility then on Friday to go ahead and close out the week. So I actually personally like it. So when they report that, so it kind of sucks when they report Monday or Tuesday or whatever, and then you still got the whole week left of premium, and it doesn't necessarily really move. You know what I mean? So if we get some volatility, like especially like Amazon, I know that got pushed back, but Fridays we could get some, a little bit further out the monies and make some decent money, especially if we get that volatility to come in. So yeah, so that's what we're looking at here, guys. If you buy on the dips here to this 1450, it's holding pretty well. And then just be really aware. Like I said, don't hold through the earnings. Everyone's anticipating this and watching it for Thursday. So don't try to be a hero. There's no reason to be a hero and try to say, oh, I'm gonna buy like 3,000 calls and they're worthless. Apple as well, guys. This is pretty nice here. So we're kind of at this distribution pattern up here towards this 400. So we had this run up, right? So nice run up. We've come and tried to hit 400 a couple times. But again, we need the market to, give us some momentum to the upside for Apple to be able to follow and go up as well. So we even got compression on this big ass time frame here on this 4 hour. So if this holds and this starts scrolling up on this big time frame, this is going to be a nice area to actually get in for the upside. If it does hold about right here, this 383 or so. So thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, guys. So you guys, Microsoft doesn't Microsoft report this week? Oops. So this is what we were looking on Microsoft, I believe last week, or even someone in the room was asking me. But this is the area that we're looking at on Microsoft here. You can see where it even went sideways on this day and it held as support down in this area right here. You could even argue a little bit lower as well towards the 200. But you would want it to, hold a little bit above 200 in order for this to stay bullish. If not, we got a little bit of a ways to go down here towards this 196 and then go for the Wednesday for Microsoft. Cool. Richie, what up, bro? So again, don't play it. If you guys play it just intraday, cool. But don't hold through the earnings, guys. It's stupid. Oh shit. Well, that sucks. Um. So those are those. I didn't think those are the only ones I really wanted to touch on because everything else is kind of dead, guys. Like with everything. You get So the my studies are included in a membership if you sign up. If you sign up with a membership with me, um, they're included. You get them included in your membership for free. So I don't just give them out though. And I actually, like I just said, so I was saying in the beginning. So we're having a 24-hour sale. So $225 for the year. Just use the code on my website, newagewallstreet.com. 225 annual, and you'll get that on there. Cool. Let me look at these other tickers you guys were saying here real quick. Oh, HD, yeah. So I've seen some people talking about Home Depot, right? This is actually really nice right here. We're right above these highs, and then we have this little area right here. So I actually seen someone putting this chart out earlier that was talking about this, right? So we have this, and then up here towards where this fib line, because it's the top, right? Absolutely. I like this here from the 260 to come and break highs. So definitely keep that on watch. If we get a pullback here to this line, the 259, even better. So buy on that dip for that to continue going up. So, but this is actually making a pretty nice little cup handle pattern right here, and then for this to continue breaking up. But mostly what we're looking for, guys, is for the market to keep on going. But maybe we'll get some more vaccine news or things like that. But we're not looking too good from like the economical standpoint. They're closing down businesses again. The second round of stimulus is in limbo. We're kind of hurting, and I know Powell is over there with his money printer trying to do as much as he could, but I believe we're getting a little bit heavy for us to for us to keep on going. We're gonna need more in order for us to keep on going. So GILD is a gold ETF, isn't it? Or Gilead? No, this is this is the Bar Farm. Yeah, they're gonna report earnings next week. But I like this here in this bigger term here, dude. We have this compression here going sideways like this, where it's starting to make these higher lows like that. So you kind of got this ascending area to go up to. Not really my cup of tea, bro, but I mean, we could come up here and test this $80 or so, 79 or so. So $3 or so in order for us to trade, try that. But that's GILD. AZN. I see a lot of people talking about this one too. I'm not too interested in it. It's kind of a chase here at this point. So yeah, I'm not really too impressed with it. mRNA, guys, though. mRNA, I do like. This one took off on Friday. It will touch $100. $100 is the magnet on mRNA. So you just got to be careful on it. But that $100 is the magnet for mRNA, especially if they release more news on it. SPY, Microsoft, Tesla. We went through those. CMG is Chipotle, right? I swear I'm gonna like take some shares out on this, bro. But as much as I eat at Chipotle, I'm just paying myself then at that point. Yeah, we'll do that right now, dude. Thanks for reminding me. So right here we have this ascending triangle too. So bam. What are your questions about the TTM dots? Like do you know SPCE? Awesome. I like that too. I like that one too. What's your question specifically on the Keltner dots on the TTM squeeze, brother? All right, so we have something like that, right? And then we have this flat top like this. So I actually really like this here on Chipotle, guys. So break above this 1150, but this 1150 with it being a whole number, it's gonna be pretty tough. But this is actually definitely a watch. I'm gonna actually put this on for me here. I like this one. To confirm uptrend. The thing is, so let's talk about that as far as the actual the TTM dots here, the Keltner dots. So the dots don't signify direction, guys. So a big thing with this is that the dots don't signify direction. So the dots just signify compression and consolidation. So the thing is that the price action is going to move to a point where it's bouncing off a very small area of support and resistance, and it's going to break out. It's going to break out either to the upside or to the downside, and that's why we use other indicators or patterns in order for us to help indicate actual direction of the way that it's going to break out. This doesn't signify direction. I hope that makes sense. So because that's very important. If you're thinking that every single time that you get Keltner dots that it's going to break to the upside, it's not going to work like that. So it just signifies the actual compression and consolidation. So for in this instance, right, we're taking a look at Chipotle on this bigger time frame. So you could see right here where this actually compressed here to the side, right? So you could see the sideways action where this was actually support. This was actually, or excuse me, resistance, and then your support was right here, right? But then also with that, you have these higher lows that were coming in, right? So this where it started curling up right here. So with the TTM and also the MACD starting to point to the upside right here, this is actually indicating the direction that it'll go ahead and come up, that it'll go ahead and break out to. This doesn't signify direction. Does that make sense? So the pattern and then also the use of the MACD would help signify direction. Does that make sense? As far as your question on how many you would like to see, that, so I don't want to say it's discretionary, but you have to use it in context of what you're looking at on your trade, right? So like if you're getting a badass pattern and you only got one Keltner dot, then yeah, I may put like, maybe 1-2 contracts to go ahead and start it off. But if I see this thing, compressing all day long, going sideways and what have you, or like, maybe not all day long, but this is where, there's a huge squeeze going on, then yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a pretty big position there because all that energy is going to get released. And so the more that you get, the bigger the move is going to be. So if you only get one, right? So say like we come over here, let's try the SPY on this smaller time frame. So if you only get like 1 or 2, right? That's down. See how this is like 3 of them, and then it just barely went like bam, right? So, but then if you look where you have quite a few, we need a better example. There was no moves like this week in order for us to show. So let's try SPCE. So here on SPCE, you see on this bigger time frame, we have all these dots right here, and then it made a bigger move. And then also if we come in the smaller one right here, so this is actually really nice. So you see how we have a pretty good amount of these dots right here, and then the cross up. This is actually a really nice spot for you to go ahead and get in. But if you only have like 3, 2, right? This didn't move as much as what this did, if that makes sense. So you want to see more for the bigger time frame. What time frame do I like to watch it in? So I mostly always have my chart on a 1 minute, but if you could actually watch this on a 5 minute, then you're just going to get a bigger move. So if you're actually patient enough to get counter dots in a 5 or 3 minute chart, then you're going to get a pretty nice big move. So but most of the time I just use a 1 minute, but I like having I've been using a 3 minute chart more and more lately, to be honest. Yeah, so good point out there, Ducati biker. Dude, you have to send me a DM of your bike, bro. I just bought a bike about a month ago, so we could hold hands and be biker buddies. But yeah, so what this just signifies here, the actual red dots is just the Keltner channels. So the study as a whole is just the Bollinger Bands and the Keltner channels plotted on one. So the actual histogram is the Bollinger Bands, and then the Keltner channels, whenever they're within the Bollinger Bands, they actually show this compression here, and then it gets released by how big the bars actually go, and then you signify the actual volatility contraction whenever they start going either dark blue or yellow. Oh, cool, dude! Everyone got a bike. We're gonna have New Age Wall Street gonna be a biker gang on top of a trading room, guys. I'm sorry, I'm reading the dude. If you like if you like some wind up your skirt, definitely counts, bro. Um, all right, SPCE. I think you heard, that I like SPCE. Um, just something to be, um, just be cautious with as well, dude, because at any point this thing could come absolutely crashing back down. So, um, but I do like the SPCE. It got to get over this 25 though. If we break that 25, we'll get on a pretty nice roll. So, I do like it right here though. No bike. We'll get you one, Caroline. We'll get you some wins here. We'll get you one. I like the 3 minute chart that it filters out some of the noise from the 1 minute, so you don't get shaken out as much, and then it's not as macro as a 5 minute. So you're still able to see little pullbacks and the trend and what have you. So I like that a lot better. Yeah, the promo code is 200. Excuse me, 225 annual. So if you go to my website, I'll actually show you right here. What you want me to show you? Bam. You come to my website right here. You come all the way down. You see this sexy dude at the top right? That's me. Um, and then you come right here. It says have coupon code, and you just type in right here 225 annual, all one word, lowercase. Press apply, and you'll get this thing right here where it says 224 off yearly. And then you just put your card information, and then press subscribe now, and you'll get access to the trade room automatically, instantaneously. So I mean, I could sell probably my indicator set for $150 alone, dude. Um, so it's I've actually had a few members that come, and they already kind of have their own system, but they liked my indicators, and they just signed up just for that, which is absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. But I had help with the indicators. They're not all necessarily mine, so I don't feel right actually just selling them outright. So I got permission to use them for my room and not necessarily to like sell them. So I don't feel right just selling them directly. Inovio, awesome, Caroline. Yeah, we could go over that. Um, cool. We're gonna do a few more, guys, and then I'm actually gonna go for a bike ride, I think. See if I can catch the sunset while it's cool outside. Nas indicators rock. Thank you, brother. We also, on top of that, right? So we have a library of indicators. So how many for you guys that are actually in my room? How many indicators would you say are in the Bible? 500. There's a couple hundred in there, right? I mean, I never gone in and counted, but you also get access to the Bible, which has um, any indicator you could pretty much think of, and we also have other custom coded ones that we have our own, like a channel with other ones. And if you need help, making another one of like anything specific to you, we could get it done. Um, like I said, I'm able to do this. Yeah, cool. A grip. I like that. A grip. Okay, cool. So Inovio, let's do BYND and then Inovio. The other one, real quick, guys, I do want to just touch on, just very, very briefly, is Nikola. You guys know I was an advocate for this to continue going up, but this thing is a piece of shit right now, guys. To be honest, we still have room right here for this to come down. I believe $30 is going to be the next stop after we break this little area right here. So that's 35. But this actually looks good for the downside here on Nikola, guys. So I believe we get you maybe even down to 20. So hey, look, we got Mr. Cooley in the house. We don't play no AMD, bro. AMD don't have no volatility. Get out of here with that. I'm totally joking, by the way. So BYND. The thing with this, guys, is that I've been trying to get this to come further down, and you guys see the support that I've already had mapped out here from these this resistance in this area, right? And I want this to come back down to this 120, and then even this 115 area. But every time this starts coming down, you could see they release some type of news like this. They're doing like vegan dog patties in China now, and they start having like all kinds of news to prop it back up, and it sucks. Like, so yeah, I like this to the downside for it to keep going on, but you got to watch those days that they actually release news that they partner with someone else, or they're doing vegan pet patties wherever they are in the world. Yeah, dude, I'm actually doing that on a Webull account, a $1,000 Webull account. I'm just playing the spy, dude. Pivot to pivot, line to line. So that's exactly how I say it. You make a paycheck off of that. It's just a paycheck, dude. You're not gonna get anything probably too crazy, but you could you don't even need huge size. So and the thing is that this the spy is liquid as shit, bro. So you could get in and out pretty freaking easy on the spy. So for you guys with the smaller accounts that think you have to play Amazon or Tesla, anything like that, you don't. You come and play the spy, guys, for 20 cents. Make 3 trades at 20 cents, guys. With the 3 contracts at $600-700 a day. So you don't have to go anything too crazy. And now Syndicated Rock and Novio. Let's do a Novio. Do you play more small caps, Carolyn? Oh, damn. We're gonna have to talk offline. You keep on talking like that, Carolyn. Just kidding. Anyways, so right here, this I actually like this right here. So if we come on this bigger time frame, right? So we're starting to make this ascending area like that, right? We may not be 100% ready for this to break out as of yet. So we may still pull back one more time here towards like 25 and then continue to go further up. But you could see this, right? So these this coming up right here, especially if they get more vaccine news. So but I do like this. I do like this on the macro time here. On the smaller time frame, yeah, we'll have to see how we wake up tomorrow. But for this to get above 28, I do like. But also be on the lookout back for that 25. No disrespect. I hope you. Everyone knows I like to joke around and stuff, but I don't tolerate disrespect. And if you take my words as disrespectful, please tell me and let me know, and I will apologize. I don't mean disrespect to anyone. Cool, guys. That looks like we went through a lot. Oh, Boeing. Which way are you liking Boeing for? Because this thing is a piece of shit, dude. So Boeing, I mean, we got the big ass support here at this 170, right? 70-ish level. So pull back here to this level, and then I would think that we wake up, with it around this level probably, and we're just playing this actual range. But the thing is we're starting to make these. If we come up here, right, we're starting to go something like that, and like this. So we're kind of due for a breakout, and it's just coming, kind of pressuring it more to the downside. So P Hub, I'm all in on P Hub full buying power, bro. Full buying power on P Hub. I hope you guys all take that trade. You heard it here. You heard it first. All right, cool. Yeah, dude. You guys know I like to joke around. You know what I mean? Like and you guys could haze me and talk shit straight back to me. There's some, you guys. Whenever I mess up a trade, my members sure let me know sometimes. So, but there was one guy who started talking about my mom. Like, I'm all for mama jokes, guys. I'm all for it. Like, but this dude got a little bit out of line, and he was kicked quick. What about Roku? Roku, dude. So this was moving with Netflix. So this was sympathizing with Netflix because of the earnings. Um, and it looks like it's almost doing the same thing here, dude. Like, I don't like it, bro. To be honest, I tried trading this a couple times. You guys heard me on the STOCKcast right here at this 135. We made good money on this first day when it broke above that 135. I rode this pretty nice here, and then after that, it's just kind of going sideways and it's holding support. It's not really doing anything. It's doing the same thing. Now, granted, right? So if we come like onto this huge time frame, like, we're trying to press up here towards all-time highs, right? So we may need. When does Roku report earnings? Do they report this week? So I mean, if they do well, then yes, yeah, absolutely. For us to come up here at least to all-time highs. But this 160-ish area where we have this top, and then also coming up here, it just we need some momentum, dude. We need some volume in order for us to make a move. It doesn't like just. It's not a grinder, if that makes sense. Like where. Like Netflix will just grind until it breaks out of a resistance level. Roku won't do that. It'll just hit the resistance and come back and chop around until we actually get some good momentum, like right here, and then break through it. But the cool thing is that it validated it. It validated it as where there was a previous resistance. Now it's support. August 5th. Damn, Josh is my handy dandy co-host over here in the chat. Yeah, it's not really a ticker, dude. It's a trader joke. On slow days, we trade P Hub. Cool, guys. Anything else here before I get going? Oh, dude, I just got a thing from DoorDash to get wings. Oh, you guys are too much. I'm gonna have my son on. Maybe I'll have my son on one of these days, and he could give you his expert opinion on tickers. It's so crazy. I don't know if you guys have kids, and he's like, "Well, Dad, you just buy where it's green and sell where it's red." And I'm like, "Yeah. Well, why didn't I think of that?" Yes, I do have a membership room, so I'm actually doing. I do owe you wings, bro. I owe you and your wife wings. I do have a membership room. If you go to newagewallstreet.com. So I don't know what I did with my little thing right now, but oh, right here. So if you go to newagewallstreet.com, this is my webpage here. That's me, Big Papi Chulo. And then these are the membership packages. Right now we're doing $225 for the year, guys. Includes the indicators that everyone's asking for, year membership. And then we also do an onboarding Zoom call too. You have to schedule the Zoom call though. So I'm not going to chase you to do a Zoom call. You have to DM me, and we'll set up a Zoom call, and we'll get you all set up and everything. But yeah, come in here. It's going to say have a coupon code. I already did it once, so it says applied. But come in here, put in the coupon code 225 annual, and it'll be for a year access. You'll get access to everything, all the indicators, strategies, everything in the room. Yeah. Congress comes back in session tomorrow. Awesome call, Simpson. Awesome call. I hope something, dude. We need to get something going. I saw Kanye. Did you guys see Kanye had a political rally in South Carolina or something today? That was pretty nuts. We need to talk about my website. What's wrong with it? I made it myself. There's more to it. So the thing is with my website, it's purposely made it the way that it is, and there's going to be more that's added to it. So there's going to be another part that's just purely educational. So like just reference, like terminology, basic strategy, things like that. Almost like our version of an Investopedia, and then they'll have like real time news, not necessarily real time, but articles written as far as market news and things like that. So need to get some people to write those articles, and then there'll also be the merch shop, which is going to be released probably this week. I hope I get all the stuff. So it'll be like a huge all thing. So I'm trying to make I don't want New Age Wall Street just to be a chat room, guys. I want it to be way bigger. One stop financial shop. Cool. Oh, and then the mentorship will be posted tonight. So I'm gonna work on that later on to get it all posted. Okay. Awesome. Going once, twice. Is there any other tickers or anything else you want me to go over, guys? You guys like my haircut? Who remembers? Who's been a member or been watching me since I had the mohawk? Does anyone remember the mohawk? Isn't this so much better than the mohawk? Yeah, I'm gonna go for a ride real quick and then come back. Come to work. My son, dude, we have like nerf shit all over the place. Like, I mean, dude, come on. Like, these things are motorized, bro. Like, he didn't even leave me any bullets. He thought like, oh, I'm not gonna leave my dad bullets so he don't get practice or anything. Like, this thing, like, it's nuts, dude. Like, freaking kid is spoiled. You guys want to know what I do with my trading profits? Oh, what's the damn ticker for Nerf? Who owns Nerf? Need to buy shares of Nerf. Yeah, dude, he's definitely spoiled, bro. Cool, guys. You guys take it easy. Get some studying in, and then go to bed early. Come back, leave everything that happened this past week in the past, guys, and we're gonna come back fresh in the morning, and hit it hard. Okay. So you guys have a great night. We'll catch you guys at the open. All right.